Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Psalms, the 30th chapter. A psalm and song at the dedication of the house of David. I will extol thee, O Lord, for thou hast lifted me up, and hast not made my foes to rejoice over me. Because the foes, right, being those that are against you, in the Lord raising David up, as he's saying here, it brought shame to them, right? It lifted him up over them, rather than vice versa, right? As they would rejoice over him had the Lord not been his defense. O Yahweh, my God, I cried unto thee, and thou hast healed me. O Lord, thou hast brought up my soul from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Right, and that's thanksgiving to the Lord for delivering him, from death. Sing unto the Lord Yahweh, O ye saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. For his anger endureth but a moment, in his favor is life. See, so yeah, the Lord does get angry, and he chastises us, he punishes us, but compared to the rewards we get in his favor, his anger is really just but for a moment. It's not going to be forever. As it says, in his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Okay, which, that night also can be looked at as the time of our captivity, right? Because that night, all right, which is the darkness for us, which we weep, we sorrow in that night, when the Lord's anger and wrath was upon us. Okay, but as it says, joy cometh in the morning. That's also likened onto that night, Jacob's trouble. Did not Yahushua say that, right? That I must work the work of him that sent me. For the night cometh when no man, right, can work. And we're really in that night now, right? In the time of Jacob's trouble, as it's going to intensify more and more. However, joy is what's coming in the morning. Okay, and just as the morning, is immediately right after the night. Guess what? Yahushua is bringing that morning, right, which is our salvation. Verse 6, it says here, and in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. Okay, let's look at that. NLT says, when I was prosperous, I said, nothing can stop me now. Can't stop me now. Yahweh, by thy favor, thou hast made my mountain. And why did he say nothing can stop me, or I will never be moved? Because his prosperity was in the Lord. You see? By thy favor, thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Thou didst hide thy face when I was troubled. Okay, let's look at that in the NLT. It says, your favor, O Lord, made me as secure as a mountain. Then the thing about a mountain is, it's not a rock, right? It's not a pebble. It takes a lot if you're going to try to shake a mountain. Okay, it says here, when you turned away from me and I was shattered. Okay, so it says you made me as secure as a mountain. Then you turned away from me and I was shattered, right? Thou didst hide thy face and I was troubled. Because where was his glory? Where was his prosperity? In the Lord. So he says here, I cried to thee, O Lord, and unto the Lord Yahweh I made supplication, right, which is like begging and praying. What profit is there in my blood? When I go down to the pit, shall the dust praise thee? So he's saying, Lord, if you give me up, and I die and I'm given into the hands of my enemies, what profit is that for you? I'll praise you, but in the land of the living, shall dust praise thee? That's basically the dead. Because, you go back to the dust, your body returns back to the dust of the earth. So he's saying, shall dust praise thee? Shall it declare thy truth? No, we are. Hear, O Lord Yahweh, and have mercy upon me. Lord, be thou my helper. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing, right? Which is basically from sorrow to joy. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. And sackcloth is something that's worn during the time of mourning. See that? So how does the Lord do that? Right? Through deliverance, through protection, through mercy. right? He turns about our sorrow, our sackcloth, into gladness, to the end that my glory may sing, praise to thee and not be silent, right? Basically glorifying in the Lord's salvation. O Yahweh, my God, I will give thanks unto thee forever. And that brings us to the end of the book of Psalms, the 30th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.